Use wood, but only for your laser cutter. Yeah. Laser cutters can do amazing things. Yeah. Like, I bought back a while ago, and this was a while ago now, this is when I lived in um, Arizona. I had bought some frankincense and some myrrh, not realizing that they're coming from trees and stuff that are endangered. And now that I know that, I will never buy more. Yeah, it's bad, it's bad, Uncle. It's bad. So, um, Madagascar is just what's been going on there has been going on for a long time, and it's not getting any better. And one of the biggest problems in Madagascar, South America, and Africa with trees getting cut down and deforestation, ultimately the root of it is poverty. Exactly. And the fact that it's being used like that also means that the natives living in that area that have held that tree, the Palo Santo, sacred for thousands of years, they're losing that resource. So there's a cultural significance there that's being lost. And, poverty is driving a lot of the deforestation because in parts of Africa, and I know they do this in Madagascar as well, they will cut down the trees and burn them to make charcoal because the charcoal they can sell for money. And it's horrible, but that's what they do because they know they can get money for it. Oh yeah, the harvesters make almost nothing off that stuff, Uncle. Almost nothing. But poverty is one of the driving forces behind poaching. It's driving force behind a lot of what's going on with um, deforestation. And the thing is, you want to save the planet, that's great. But to do it, you also have to root out poverty. Because if you don't root out the poverty in these areas, giving these people a way of earning money, then sure, you can stop them from making charcoal, but how are they earning money then? That's okay, Tanasha. That's all right. If you want, we can change the subject. It's okay. That's okay, Tanasha. It's fine. It does. Anyways, we're going to change the subject. No problem, Tanasha. Thank you, Ian. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight, Ian? Ian, my resident bot killer. Give the dogs a small treat. You know what? We can do that. We can definitely do that. Doing good. Okay, so we have large treats, and you know what? They've been good tonight. They'll get these. All right. So when the ads stop, I'll do the treat redeem with the girls. Ian is playing the role of bot killer. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Ian, for killing bots. I appreciate that. All right, we had a treat redeemed for doggos. So here's the girls looking very, 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 very attentive. This is Lavina. She's getting her treat. And then this is Molly. And she's like, I'm going to stay over here in the dark. You know what? Maybe I am more sensitive to what other people need than some other streamers are. Um, you know, but I don't think it's breaking etiquette. If you're having problems with something, I want to know about it. Exactly. And there's nothing. Exactly. Sometimes you gotta do a vibe change. Yeah. Okay, don't believe that, Cabinosi. It's not etiquette all over Twitch. If somebody is a little more attentive to the needs of the people in their chat, um, they're not going to say things like that to you. They're gonna change the vibe. Exactly, Tanasha. Thank you. All right, so this is the piece I laid out earlier on stream and glued down the stones. I was letting the glue dry. So this is another one I'm working on. This is the actual commission piece right here. Thank you for the follow, my creative corner. Guys, I am 13 followers away from 1,000. 13. Yep. 13. My follow music sounds like a boss battle. Well, at least it's good follow music, right? It was one of the sound effects on Stream Elements, and I thought it made a great follow music. So I just said, okay, I'm using this. It worked because I was going through Stream Elements trying to find different sound effects. Yeah, the gaming community is a little odd at times, depending on who you get into with. So that might be where people are experiencing that problem. Still crafting. I have found in my experience that there are some people out there. Strap up, I'm moving to living room TV. No problem. I have found that sometimes your bigger streamers out there, I don't know what it is, but they have stopped caring about what people in their chat think when it comes to feelings and triggers and things like that. And I'm not like that. So I've never been like that. You want sound effects like that? Well, it's on Stream Elements. And Stream Elements is free to streamers. Yeah, I've encountered some of the toxic people. Um, and I was just like, okay, yeah, this is a vibe I don't want to be part of, and I walked away. I don't say anything to them because, frankly, it's not worth my energy. It's not worth the rent in my head to get involved in a conversation with them. So I just, if I see the toxicity, I just quietly leave. I don't say a word. I vote with my feet. Yeah, I have a Facebook page, but oddly enough, I don't have a hell of a lot of people following it. I do have an Instagram account. The problem is I can't access it, so I don't advertise it because it's as useless as tits on a bull. Thank you, Cabinosi. I try to make this a welcoming, safe spot for people, you know? And if somebody's getting triggered by something that's going on in a conversation, I want to know about it so we can fix it, you know? It is what it is. Yes, good idea, Cabinosi. So we were talking about stones that can be faked earlier, like turquoise. Another one that is faked a lot is jade. And what they'll do is they'll take quartz and dye it green, or take glass and dye it green, and or even marble and dye it green. White marble dyed green. That's another one they've done. Depends on what look they're going for. But jade is another one that's faked quite a bit. And if you see this stuff marketed as jade, that's all these funky colors like red and bright yellow and orange. That's not real jade, y'all. Real jade is going to range from dark green to a very pale green that's almost white. It is not bright yellow. It is not orange. It is not bright red. It is not purple. Um, it is not pink. Those are colors of dyed material. I will buy online vintage, but only from the sellers that I know are reputable. And those are basically people. No, because peridot is very valuable, and so they're not going to sell that as jade. Peridot is a valuable stone, and it would make 0 cents to sell that as jade. Oh yeah, don't even get me started on the stuff, Uncle. Don't even get me started on the stuff at Michael's. Yes, honey is often fake too. You got to be careful with that. I like buying from actual farms that raise their own bees. Then I know I'm getting the right thing. But yeah, opals are faked. Well, at least the thing with the fake opals is that it's usually easy to tell it's fake with opals. With the other stuff, it's not always as easy. Not always as easy as with some of the other stuff. Most citron is heat treated to get the color that it is. And a reputable seller will say that it's heat treated. A lot of your topaz is heat treated too. I have the magic eyes. I don't know if they're magic or not, but I just have years of experience of going through stuff and going, yeah, that's fake, you know? Oh yeah, honey is they fake it with corn syrup. and which is a problem because I'm allergic to corn. Yeah, amethyst is heat treated to get the color to be more purple. The beautiful thing with going through the Tucson shows and stuff like that is that what I could do was you could tell the real amethyst from the stuff that was dyed or otherwise treated. At least at the shows you could. Come on. Needle, where are you? There you are. So what they do, Ian, is they take the stone and they put it into a kiln and they heat the kiln to a certain temperature and hold that temperature for a period of time. That causes trace elements within the stone to um change color, which will then either bring out the color more, change the color to something else. Um Yeah, a lot of your carnelian on the market these days is literally brown agate that's been heat treated. It depends. If you've gotten actual beautiful big crystal clusters, Tanasha, they're probably real. Yes, you can heat it enough to change the color by causing the trace elements to bond with other things like the oxygen in the air or whatever have you, and then you end up with a different color in the stone. They do that a lot with agate. They'll heat treat it to make it look like carnelian. In fact, the Romans used to heat treat agate to make carnelian. They've been doing that since Roman times because carnelian was highly prized in the Roman time frame. Yeah, color enhanced is a fancy word for heat treatment or dyeing. See, hang out here, you learn new stuff every day, right? And Uncle, I know that you mentioned your garden earlier. I have a bunch of plants sitting on my back porch right now that I bought for my garden because I didn't get a chance to do start seeds this year because I was traveling. Thank you for the follow, the niche shop. Welcome in. This is it's a public playlist called Japanese Garden. It's got 5 hours, 45 minutes of music, and it's on Spotify. It's a public playlist. So the seller actually told you it was dyed. That's good. I'm glad the seller was honest with you. This is like the first song on here that's had vocals. It is strangely relaxing. I like it. I decided to try something different on stream tonight for music, you know? Because I could play stream beats lo-fi all the time, but, you know, every now and then a little change is good. It was one of those markets where you meet private people selling out of their stuff. Gotcha. Was it a gem show, Tanasha? No. Like all flea market? Yeah, that's a flea market. Like garage sales kind of thing. They call those flea markets. Now, why they named it after a flea, I have no idea, but it's a flea market. That's something where I'd have to look up the origin of that word. You know, Ian, that crossed my mind because I believe it is an older English term. So, do you never know? I mean, the marketplaces in medieval Europe were in the streets, and the streets were filled with trash and rats. So, maybe it's Lopa marked, and Lopa is a flea. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, medieval Europe was a pretty nasty, filthy place. Um, you know, you had your buckets that you went to the bathroom in your house, and you in the city you just